Okay guys, so now we'll start. So let me give a small recap as what we have seen yesterday. So we have seen actually how to download and install Java and JDK, then how to download and then use Eclipse, then how to create a workspace, project, package, and then a class file. So then how to write a basic program to print hello world. That's what we have seen. Clear? So we'll see that. So I want someone to help me on this. So first we'll create the workspace. To create the workspace, actually before that, first we have to go to the Eclipse downloaded place which we have extracted. Then we have to click on the Eclipse application. Now I need to click on run. So first I need to create the workspace. I want someone to help me. Hey, hi Safi, you're there? Hey, hi Safi. Can you help me right now? So I just want to create a workspace. Can you help me? What I need to do?
Yeah, we can change the path of that where we want to keep the Eclipse file.
Super. Browse, and then after that I can just go for a path. I'll create a new folder.
And you can rename that whatever you want.
Best workspace I'll create.
Okay.
Yes. Then now I'll click on launch. So here, if I go to the original location, here it creates some settings files over there to write my, to execute my Java code over here. So let it create.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, hello Murli. This is me, Khushbu. Actually.
Yeah, hi. Who's this?
Khushbu.
Sifu. Hey,
Khushbu,
sorry.
Khushbu.
Oh, Kushbu. Yeah. Hi, Kushbu. Yes, Kushbu.
Actually, I'm trying for this, but I'm not unable to download this.
Eclipse. Eclipse, you're not able to download.
Eclipse. Yeah.
Yes, guys. Yes, guys. Tell me. Kushbu, end of the session, actually, what?
Yeah, I'm not able to download this. Yeah.
Cool, that's what. End of the session, you can just please share your screen so that I can just look on it, what is the problem, and then I will help you to download and then use it. Okay, end of the session, you just
Okay.
Right now you're connected with mobile, I hope so, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So after that, actually, once you're free, okay, so you just try to connect with your laptop. So once we share the screen, we can see what is the problem. Okay, then I will clear.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Anyone has any questions, guys?
Yeah, I have one question.
Yes, Safi.
Hello.
Yes, Safi.
Yeah, how I will record that video?
Sorry.
How I will?
Okay, guys. So now we have created the workspace. Next, we will try to create the project. So how to create the project?
File, new project.
Yes, file, new project.
And we can do in.
We can click on this Java project database. On the Java project.
Yeah. You can change the name also.
Yes. So now I'll just give the name. So learning Java I'll give. Then next, what I need to do?
Java, this one.
Correct. Environment, we need to change to 1.
Environment, that one.
Super, correct. It should be more than 1.7. Okay. So 1.8 is preferable. We can go for that.
Yes.
I'll click on finish.
1.8, no?
Sorry?
By default, it takes 1.8.
No, by default, actually, it takes actually what? CC Foundation. So if you see, So go to new project, Java project. By default, it will be under CDC Foundation here. So we need to choose what version we need.
Okay.
Okay, that's how we have to do it. So now I'll click on it. New learning. Click on finish.
But I just know I tried and it selected as 1.8 by default.
The thing is, you would have changed it.
Okay, so if I do first time, then it will be that SD.
Correct, correct. Later on, what you have choose, that will come by default.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. So now we have created for workspace and then project. Next, we'll go for package. So to create the package, what we need to do, right click on the source folder. So I'll mute as of now for everyone so that my voice will be clear. So right click on the source folder, go to new package. I'll give the package name as actually, for example, so new pack. So always package name should start with actually what? Small letter. It's a lowercase. If you start with a capital letter, it will give us a discouraged package name. It's just a warning. It's not actually what? An error. So if I give a space, it will give me an error. Only symbol which I can use is underscore over there. That's the only symbol which I can use for the package. Next, I need to create a class. Right click, new class. So we have created the workspace, project, and package. Now I'll go for class here. Okay. So class, I'll just give print statement. So then I need to click on public static void main function. Okay. Why we need to click on the main function over there? Then only actually what I can execute my program. So if I give a public keyword, we get extra keyword as public before the class. If we give it as package, we will not get the public keyword. That's the difference. As of now, I'll give public, then select the main check public static void main, finish. I'll also increase the font size, window, preferences, font. Okay, so we have created. So you can see package new pack. So that's my package name. Then my class name is print statement. So we selected public radio button. That's why we are getting actually what? The public keyword here. Then here we have our main function. So only when we have a main function, we can execute the program. So now I want to print a statement called hello world. So what I need to do? SYSO, control space. Then click on enter. Now in double quotes, I'll just give hello world. That's it. Clear? So right click, run as Java application. Now it will print me hello world here. That's it. Clear? So if I don't have any main function, now you can see right click, run as, I will not get the Java application. So that's why always we need main function to execute the program. Right click, run as Java application. That's it. Clear for everyone? Any questions for anyone, guys? This is what we have seen yesterday. Anyone has any questions on this? Cool. Cool, guys. So now we will jump on to data types. So data types. So what are these data types here? Okay. So can everyone can ping me in the chat window? So what are the data types you guys know? Can everyone ping me? What are the data types you guys know? Can everyone ping me in the chat window as what are the data types you guys know? So you would have learned in your school or college days, right? Okay, so let me start. So we have byte, then we have short, integer, long. Then along with that we also have double, float, then we have boolean, character, string. So these are the data types we have here. Okay, so why we need these many data types, and then what are these data types are going to do? Help me, I'll tell you. So what is a data type first means? Okay, data type is a kind of a container. Okay, it's a kind of a container which helps actually what the variable to tell what type of values that we need to store into the memory location. It's a kind of a container which helps variable to perform what type of values to be stored in their memory location. That's what it's going to do. That's what this is going to do for us. Okay, so what is these data types are going to do? So right now you can see we have byte, short, integer, and long. So these data types will help me to store numbers. Okay, double and float will help me to store decimals. Boolean will help me to store true or false. Character and then string we have. So character used to store a single letter alone. Okay, so always character should be there in single quote. So A, then we have B, then we have X or 1, anything. Anything that comes in a single quote will be treated as a character. Okay, string, any information that comes in double quotes will be treated as a string. So we can store actually what? A single letter or a group of words, or even when we store a number in double quote, that also will be treated as a string here. Okay, this is what a string will do for us. So now the information is what means. So byte, short, integer, long, all these 4 data types helps me to store numbers. Then why we need these 4 data types? That is the first question. Then double and float helps me to store decimals. Then why we need these 2 data types? That's what we need to know. So here if you see, so byte, short, integer, and long, it shows actually what numbers. But what is the difference here means this data types will say what is the maximum value I can store, what is the minimum and maximum value I can store over here. So how it will be means it's like this. So byte, short, integer, then long, float, and then my double. So this is how it will be. So this is, I'll just take it. This is byte, this is short, this is integer, this is long, double, and float. So okay, I'm not going to give you the perfect original numbers. I'm trying to make you to understand actually what the concept here. That's what I'm going to do here. So here right now, so byte will help me to store values from minus 127 to 128. minus 127 to 128 it helps me to store. Short helps me to store from minus 500 to, okay, so I'll just make this minus 200 to 200. Integer minus 500 to 500 helps me to store. Then long minus 1000 to 1000 it helps me to store. Then double, it's actually what? Decimals. So I'll make here, double is the biggest size, so that's why I'll just move it over here like this. So float help me to store values from minus 2000.00 to 2000.00. Then double minus 3000.00 to 3000.00. That's it. Okay. This is how actually what things will be stored here. So now I have a value called 375. So now what is actually what the data type supports for me here? That's what I need to do. So 375 is my number. So in this byte, minus 127 to 128, in this range, do we have 375? No. Minus to 200 to 200? No. Minus 500 to 500? Yes, we have. So this can be stored in integer data type. Then minus 1000 to 1000 we have? Yes. So it also supports long. So these two data types supports me to store 375. Same thing. So now next I'll go. Naveen, you have any question?
No, thanks.
Cool. So now next. So we have stored 375 integer and long. Same thing. The next number actually what I have is minus 75. Now can anyone tell me what are the data types will it supports? Can anyone tell me what are the data types supports? So, hi Komal, can you tell me what are the data types is it supports?
Yeah, byte, short, int.
Super. So it supports byte, short, integer,
as well as long.
Long also supports here. So because minus 75 comes under all these ranges, that's the reason. Okay, hey, good. Hey, thanks, Kamal. So now next actually what I have my value called, so 300.75. Now can anyone tell me what are the data types will support? So I'll take, hey, hi Magalakshmi. Can you help me? What are the data types it supports?
Float.
Float.
Float or double.
Yes. Why actually what?
Point
Integer also minus 500 to 500 in between 300.75 will come. But why it does not supports?
What? He's asking. What?
At 300.75. So minus 500 to 500 in between range only actually what 300.75 comes. But why actually what they integer and long does not support this value?
Because it's more than 200.
Correct. More than 200.
Because double and in decimals will be in double and float only.
Super. Correct. Yes. That's the reason. Okay. So decimals will be allowed only in float and double. That's why actually what these things will not be considered when it is a double value. When it is a decimal value. That's the thing. Clear? Good. Thank you. So that's it. This is about data types. So data types is what means, okay, it helps, it's kind of a container, okay, which helps actually what the variable to perform actually what type of value to be stored into the memory location. That's what it will do. So based on these ranges only actually what I can confirm that what value to be stored into the variable. Clear? So now next, everyone is clear on this data types. Can I move on to the next one, variables? Good. So now I'll jump on to the variables here. So in variables, actually what we have two concepts here. So one is we have declaration. The another one we have initialization. These are the two steps. So what is declaration and what is initialization? So declaration is kind of actually what? Creating a memory location. Declaration is creating a memory location. That's what it will do. See? Creating a memory location. That's what it will do. Initialization means that is storing a value to a memory location. Storing a value to memory location. That's what it will do. Okay, so how declaration can be done means, okay, so simple. We just need to give integer space I. Okay, integer space I need to give. So when I give like this, so what will happen? This is creating a memory location. So what this step will do means, it helps me to create a memory location, and then the memory location name is I. I is my memory location. Then this integer will act as a reference to the memory location. So that means it says to the memory location, store only integer values alone. That means store only values in between the range of minus 500 to 500 only. That's what. Okay, that's what this will help me to do. Okay, so creates a memory location and gives a name for the memory location, and then say to the memory location, store only integer values alone. That's what declaration will do. The next step is initialization. Initialization, what it will do is, see, I is equal to 10. I'm going to give. So now what this I is equal to 10 it will do means, it will search for a memory called I. So do I have? Yes, we have here. Then it will store that value 10 to that memory location. But before storing, okay, the data type here, it checks whether this 10 is between the range of minus 500 to 500. Yes, it is there. Then only it allows to store it. That's what. Clear? So declaration is creating a memory location. Initialization means storing a value to the memory location. Declaration and initialization can also be done in a single step also. So integer I is equal to 10. Okay, I'll make it as A. Integer A is equal to 20. Now we need to, so this is actually what declaration and initialization is a single step. So now what this will do means, it creates me a memory location for me. Then A will be the memory location name. Then this integer act as a reference to the memory location. Tell to the memory location, store only integer values alone. Then after that, it stores 20 into the memory location. But before storing, it confirms whether it's this 20 is in between the range of integer values. That's it. So this concept is called as the declaration and initialization. That's it. Clear? That's the thing. So this is about variable. So variable is actually what, how it can be utilized, all those things means. Okay, so simple. So how we write a class? So class ABC. Okay, always a class will have a main function. Public static void main string arguments. This is how we have. Okay, so here we need to declare integer I. Then if I want to initialize the value, so before that if I want to print sysO I, what it will be printing. Then I is equal to 10. Then sysO I. Then also again I'm going to give I is equal to 30. Then sysO I am doing. So now what it will do, so right now when I execute this program, so what will happen means, so first it creates me a memory location called I. So I will be the memory location name. Then I'm saying integer, so allows only integer values, the value which are all in between the range of integer values, that alone will be stored. Then after that sysO I. So by default, okay, every data type has its own value. So for integer, 0 is the default value. That's the thing. Okay. So now when I print sysO ID, what will be printed means it will print me 0. That's what it will do. Then I is equal to 10. So now what will happen right now? Searches for the memory location called I. In that it will actually what? Replace the value to 10 right now. Initialize to 10. That's what it will do. Clear? So then I'm trying to print I. So what is my I value? This is 10. Then after that again I is equal to 30. So this step is what means again I'm trying to reinitialize the value. So before it was default. So now actually what when I give I is equal to 10, that is concept is called as initialization. But explicitly I have given a value. Now I'm trying to change that value, right? That will be called as reinitialization. So now what will happen? It will actually what replace the value from 10 to 30. That's what it will change to 30. Then sysO I. Now what is my current I value? 30. 30 will be printed. That's it. Clear? This is how actually what we declare, initialize, reinitialize, and then utilize the values. Understood? Anyone has any questions on this, guys? Anyone has any questions on this so far? Can everyone ping me in the chat windows? Yes, if you all have understood this concept. So now I'll create a new class. Good. Thanks, please. So now I'll create a new class. So local variable. So in case if I forgot actually what to click on the public static void main checkbox, then I'll click on finish. So instead of giving this public, now I'll make this package. So only one thing is if it is made as package, we will not get this public keyword. Click on finish. Class local variable. Then now if I want main function, I need to type main control space. Then enter button. That's it. So what is the shortcut? That is I need to type main control plus space button. That's it. Okay. If I don't want to execute any lines in a program, so then I need to give it as actually what? Double forward slash. That's the thing. Okay. I need to give it as double forward slash. Clear for everyone, guys? So here I'll give integer I.
Yeah. Hi, Murli.
Yeah, hi.
Please repeat once, no?
If you want, if you have forgot to click on the checkbox public static void. Okay. So now if you want the main function, so what we need to do means so simple. I just need to type main, then control space plus enter button. Okay. Control plus space plus enter button. That will give me my public static void main. So now I can write my programs and then I can do it. So now I will type integer I. Now I'll try to print the value of I. sysO I. So okay, it's a local variable. That's why we are getting. Okay, cool. No worries. So right now I will not print this. I'll tell you what is the reason when we come to the other types of variable. So now I'll give I is equal to 10. So now we are trying to initialize. The first step is declaration. The next step is initialization. Now I want to print it. Sys I. So now right click, run as Java application. Now it brings me 10. Then I will give I is equal to 20. This step is called as reinitialization. So this is I. So now it will print me the latest value 20 here. That's it. Clear? Any questions, guys? Anyone has any questions on this? How to declare, initialize, and then reinitialize the value?
So you told that if we do not declare any value,
Yeah.
it's by default 0 now. But
That's what. That concept I told that actually what I'll tell you later. So I don't want to confuse you right now because I want you to make it feel comfortable by learning Java. Okay, I don't want to make it a little bit complicated. I will tell you one by one actually what that default value will be taken, all those steps.
okay.
Okay, good. Okay, guys. So now next, so we'll see what are the types of variable we have. So now we have seen actually what is a variable. Next we'll see what are the types of variable. So we have two types of variable. One is global variable. Another one is local variable. Guys, just a minute, guys, just a minute. Sorry, guys. So we have two types of variable. One is global, another one is local variable. Okay. So global variable is of again two types. So one is static, another one is non-static. Static variable, another one is non-static variable. Okay, so one is static, another one is non-static. So how actually what the static and non-static and the global variables can be declared is so simple. So right now I have my class ABC. Always a class will have a main function. So any variable that has been declared inside a function is called as a local variable. Okay, any variable that has been declared inside a function will be called as a local variable. Any variable that has been declared outside the function will be called as a global variable. Okay, integer a is equal to 20, integer b is equal to 30. So these two are global. So now if it has a keyword called static, okay, if it has a keyword called static, then it's called as a static variable. If it does not have a keyword called static, then this will be called as a non-static variable. That's the thing. Clear? So when it has a keyword called static, it's a static variable. When it does not have any keyword called static, it's called as a non-static variable here. Okay. So if how I can utilize it, that's what the next question. So we know how to utilize a local variable. So just sys, then I can directly give the variable name. So static and then non-static variable, how we will use this. Okay. So sys. So what is my class name? Always static members will be referred with the help of a class name. So what is my class name? ABC. So I'll just give ABC dot A. That's it. Always static members will be referred with the help of a class name. That's it. Non-static members, when we want to utilize it, we always need to create an object. Then only I can access it. Okay. So how to create an object? I want to create an object for this class. So that means I need to give a keyword called new, then my class name with parentheses. This will help me to create an object. Okay. So new ABC. So now we created an object here. Okay. Now I need to give a name for this object. So how I need to give ABC obj1 equal to new ABC. That's it. ABC obj1 equal to new ABC. So what this will do is, okay, so new ABC will help me to create the object. obj1 will be the object name. ABC will act as a reference to the object here. So that means says to the memory location, load only the global members of ABC class. So what are the global members? We have static int A and then integer B, which is a non-static member, then my main function. All the variables and then functions will be loaded into the object here. It might be static or it might be non-static. So now if I want to access it, sysO obj1 dot a I can give. sysO obj1 dot a. Then next thing, here always non-static members can be accessed with the help of actually what? The object names only. If it is actually what? Static member can be accessed in 3 different ways. One with the help of a class name, the another one with the help of actually what? My object name also. Sorry, my mistake. This should be B, right? Because non-static variable is what? B. Static member also can be accessed through help of a class name. Okay, and also the object name. The next one, it can also be accessed directly by the variable name also. In all the different ways, I can access the non-static member here. That's it. Clear? Any questions so far? So I will just give a small recap. So I have created a class. That class has 2 types of global variable. One is static, another one is non-static. Then we have a main function. So inside a main function, if we are going to declare a variable, that will be called as a local variable. Okay. Then always local variable will be referred by directly by the variable name. So static members can be referred by 3 ways. One with help of actually what? The class name. Another one with help of the object name. Then directly by my variable name also I can access here. Non-static members, there is only one way to access it, that is only through help of the object alone. That's it. Clear? Clear for everyone?
Can we combine the global and local variable and print that?
Can we combine? That is actually what you want to print both the variables, right?
Yeah, like global and local variables. Like static is A20 and my
Yes, that's possible. That is, you want to print actually what? 20 space 30 space 10, like that. That's what your question, right?
Yeah, right.
Yes, that can be done. That can be done. Okay. Have you understood this concept? So right now, what are the things we have? Right now we thought. You're clear with that?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So we'll do the same thing right now here.
Murli, why you created the object for static?
No. That is, if I want to access the non-static member, always we need to create an object. The thing is, static members can be accessed in all the different ways. So what are the different ways means? One directly with the help of a class name I can access, one with the help of an object name, and then also directly with the variable name. So these are the different ways I can access the static member. So that's what I was saying. It's not mandatory to use. So always a standard practice to access a static member is through help of a class name only. Clear? Clear, Kumal? That answers your question?
Yeah, fine.
Okay, Mahalakshmi. Yeah, thank you. So now will create new class. So I'll just create variables. I'll make it as a package so that I will get only class, my class name alone. Click on finish. If I want my main function, main control space enter. So we got it. So here I have two types of variable. Integer a equal to 10, integer b is equal to 20. So if I have a keyword called static, that's called as a static variable. If you don't have a keyword, that will be treated as a non-static variable. So if I declare any variable inside my actually what function, that will be treated as a local variable. Okay. So this is a static variable. This is a non-static variable. This is a local variable. These are the three types of variable we have. Now to access, so local variables, so simple. Directly by the variable name I can access. If it is actually what a static variable, I can access it with the help of class name. So variables is my class name, so I can just give variables dot. Once I give dot, you can see actually what it will give you what are the information that I can access. So here you can see I can access a. So a is my variable, then my class, then my main function. So all these three things will be loaded. So right now a is my variable. So class, that is the variables over there. This is also actually what static member. That is all the static members I can access with the help of class name. Then my main function. So now I'm going to access EA. So variables.EA. So then we are also static variables can also be accessed directly by the variable name also. So what is my variable name? A. So I can access like this. Then next thing. So we access actually what? The variables. So the next thing is actually what? Non-static member how I can access. So non-static members always I can access with the help of actually what? Objects. So how to create an object means so simple. So new variables. That is my class name. So this will help me to create an object. So now I need to give a name for the object. So how I can give a name for the object? obj1 is equal to new variables. So we have created the object here. New variables. Okay. So for variables, data types actually is the reference. For objects, classes is the reference. So I need to give the class name. So what's my class name? Variables. So you can see variables space obj1 equal to new variables. That's the thing. So we got it. Clear? Variables obj1 equal to new variables. We got it. So then now I need to give so obj1 dot variables. So obj1 dot b. So now you can see, so from variables, so there are a lot of information that are coming from the object class. So variables class, variables is my class, right? Can you see? I got b here, then a, then also my main function. So these things actually what I will get it from here. Those are the three things. So now I'm going to access actually what b, which is a non-static variable. I'll access. I also told you static members also can be accessed through objects. So I'm able to access that also. So that means static members alone we are able to access through help of a class name, directly by the variable name, and also by the object. Non-static member only when we create an object only we can access, otherwise we cannot access it. That's it. Yeah? Any questions, guys? So now when I print it, right click, run as Java application. See? So first, integer C. So system.println C. What is my C variable? 30. Then variables dot A. So what is my variables? That's my class name. So what is the A variable? Value 10. 10 is printed. System.out.println A. So now directly by variable name, what is the A value? 10. 10 is printed. Next, I created the object. Now all the global members, static int A, int B, then my main function, and then my class. All things are loaded. Then I'm going to give obj1.b. So obj1.b will be what? 20. So 20 is printed. Then next, obj1.a, which is my static member accessing through help of the object. So 10 will be printed for me. That's it. Clear? So this is about static and then non-static variables here. Clear for everyone, guys? Can everyone ping me in the chat windows? Yes, if you have understood this concept. So how to access static, non-static, and then local variables. Everyone clear? So only Komal has Magalakshmi, cool, thank you. Naveen and Safi, you guys understood? Printing, what is that? What is that, Naveen?
The same program I'm trying from my side.
No, Naveen, please try those things later. Please understand the concept as of.
Yeah, I understand that.
Understand, right? Cool. Because the thing is actually what, when I'm trying to help you, sorry, when I'm trying to explain to you, that time when you try it, you might miss out the session. That's fine. Okay, you can just try it over there once the session has been done. If you have any questions also, you can go through the recording. Okay, good. Okay, guys. So now actually what we have seen about actually what variables, what are the types of variables, and then how to access. So one more thing, now we'll see about actually what default value. So what is this, the default value here? See, I will just give here integer A, integer B. So one is static, another one is non-static. So how I can access the static member? Static member I can access directly by variable name, otherwise accessed with help of class name. So always the best way to access the static member is to refer through help of a class name only. So now when I right click run as Java application, can you see for this A it prints me 0. Why? Because it's an integer. So every variable, okay, every data type has its own default value. Okay, same thing if it's a non-static member, I need to create an object. So default value obj1 equal to new default value. Then sysO obj1 dot two. For this also it prints me 0 here. So only for the global members actually what we can access the default value. Local members we cannot access the default value. See, int C. Now when I give sysO C, it will throw me an error for me. Okay, initialize variable. That means it's asking me to initialize here itself. That's what. Okay, only for global members only we can access the default values. Local members we cannot access the default values here. Same thing as like integer. If you're going to make it as actually what? Double. So what will be the value for this double? It is 0.0. Same thing if it is Boolean, it will be false. Same thing if it is string. String alone is not a data type in Java, it's a class. So string null. Same thing. Character. So it does not print anything. That means empty. Okay, that is empty is the output for that. That's the thing. This is how every data type has its own default value. Byte, long, short, all those things are 0. Clear? Same thing for float and double, it's 0.0. Clear, guys? Anyone has any questions on this so far? Anyone has any questions on this so far? Cool. So I just want to know, anyone has came for today's session? So please give me your email IDs so that I will forward, because yesterday 4, 5 members came. So their email IDs I have and then I have sent. So if you guys actually got, if you can forward me your email ID or ping me in the WhatsApp also, it's fine. So once if you send me, I can just forward the information. And one more thing, yesterday actually what, okay, yesterday hopefully everyone has got, right? Anyone has not got mail for yesterday's session? Hopefully Safi, Magalakshmi, you all might would have received. Komal, can I have your mail ID today only? Right? Can you ping me in the chat window your email ID alone, Komal? Yeah, Kushbu. Oh, okay, thanks, Kushbu. Komal, can I have your email ID? And yeah, thank you. Who is this QCOM-BTD QCOM-BTD? Who is this?
Kriti. Didn't get any mail regarding this.
Oh, yesterday you did not get? Kushbu?
Yeah, it's Akriti.
Oh, Akriti.
Yeah.
Okay. You're getting mails, right, Akriti?
Yeah, I got.
Cool, then good.
Yes.
Okay. Kushbu, yesterday you did not get the mails, right?
Yeah.
Sure. I'll just send it by today. It's Kushbu Kumari 1 2 3 4 5 6.
Khushbu Kumari. Yeah. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7.
Just a minute. Okay, cool. Yesterday I have not added, so today I will just send to you.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Anyone need to get guys? Everyone has given your email IDs, right?
Yeah.
This is what yours, right, Kumari? Yeah, I'll forward it. Okay, guys. So tomorrow we'll meet by same time. Okay, 7:30 we will meet. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's over.